Josh, thanks for joining us. Obviously on the weekend we had our final practice match of the pre-season. Now prior to that game we did name a 26-player squad. We saw Saray Taylor and Gemma Ragoni, they were mentioned but we didn't see them on the field. Can you just talk us through why that was the case?
So we had to list 26 players, but unfortunately both of them were actually unavailable for the game. Saray found just a small little strain in her calf from the previous practice game, so just looking after her to get her ready for round one. And Gemma also had just a little knee knock during training of the week, so yeah, again, just manage her because there's a bit of bruising and swelling, so look after her to push for round one instead.
Okay, fingers crossed. And then throughout the game we did see two players come off, Kate Hoare during the last quarter and then George Gall, I think it was the third term. Can you just talk us through how they pulled up after that?
Yeah, so Kate just landed a bit funny on her knee, just pulled up a bit sore. Again, some swelling and bruising around there, so just looked after her today as well. She stayed off legs, off the track, and we'll look to ramp her up for next week. Gawley, unfortunately, suffered a pretty decent ankle roll. Scans revealed a bit more damage than we initially first thought, so we'll make a plan with her once the pain and swelling has gone down.
Okay, fingers crossed it's not too bad. And then we know Taylor Harris, she's been sidelined with that ankle soreness. Looks like she's raring to go out on the track. How is she tracking?
Yeah, Tay's been flying along. She's progressed really well. She's been hitting some decent speed and change of direction this week, and we'll look to integrate her into main training next week.
Perfect. And then Blaheen Mackin as well. She looks like she's been ramping things up heaps with that hamstring.
Yeah, similar. She's still got a few things to tick off in terms of hamstring strength next week, but yeah, look to integrate her into main training next week too.
And then Denby Taylor, we know she's had that stress in her foot. How's she going?
Yeah, so unfortunately Denby didn't react too well with the loading, and so there's still a bit of stress in that area. So we'll look to just find some further guidance on that one and make a plan from there.
And then Gab Colvin as well, we know that she's had that MCL injury. Where's she at in her rehab for that one?
Yeah, so she's ticked off some strength markers, and she's begun going through some running prep this week, and hopefully we'll get into some running stuff next week.
And just lastly, we know that Georgia Campbell had that concussion after the first pracky. How's she tracking through those protocols?
Yeah, GC's going really well. She hit some good speeds on Monday. She's getting close to the end of the protocol, so she'll look to main train on Friday and get through a full week next week.
Keen to hear more from the Ds? Subscribe here.